Jason with My Geek Easy, and I am at Motor City Comic Con here with Mariel Hemingway. Mariel, how you doing?
I am doing so well. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, thank you for being here. And you were in Superman 4 as Lacy. So talk to me about that role and what that was like to play that character.
Well, it was back in the old days, 1984. It was very exciting. They came to me and they said, do you want to play this character in a Superman? And Superman was so big at the time that I thought either, this will be forever or, my career's over. No. But however many years later, 35? How many years is it?
Oh my gosh, it's been
a long time.
It's been a while.
Anyway, it's been a while.
Right.
And it was fun. It was so much fun, and Chris was such a wonderful and amazing human being.
Well, and that was going to be my next question is, what was it like to work with Christopher Reeves? I mean, he is the iconic Superman.
He really is. And he was that guy, and especially with Superman 4, he was really responsive. He produced it. He had a lot to do with creating it and wanted it to be something of the legacy. So it was cool. It was awesome.
Yeah, and he just I felt like he embodied Superman just as Christopher Reeves, like just as a human being.
He really did. I mean, the whole Clark Kent thing, and we had wonderful scenes that you don't see in the final version, where we were like flirting and we were kind of anyway. But it went against the Margot Kidder part of the story. So I think they cut it out. I don't know.
Yeah. But
I know it was there. I know.
That's right. Well, and talk to us about your little guest here that's here with you.
This is my new addition to my family. Her name is Daisy. She's 3 months old, and I think she's going to be the hit of the show.
I already think that's true. Yes, absolutely. So, I remember seeing this film as a kid as a double feature. It was Superman 4 and then Adventures in Babysitting. I don't know if you remember that movie with Elizabeth Shue.
Oh, wow.
So, this is a part of my childhood, too.
Right.
And Christopher Reeves will always be my Superman. So, it was a very 80s movie, though, right? Because it was all about, the nuclear threat, and the Cold War and things like that.
Amazing.
So,
it's kind of come full circle,
that's
hasn't
what I was just
it? Right?
Gonna say.
It's like, wait a second, where are we?
Well, it's firmly in 1984.
And it's in our consciousness in the same kind of way. So it's very interesting.
Yeah,
it's very interesting.
And sort of sad in a way that we're kind of coming full circle now.
I know.
So.
It really is, because I've been to Russia since then. I was at the Ukraine. It's like, whoa, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
So it does have that kind of eerie kind of quality to it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So your grandfather was Ernest Hemingway,
Yes,
which is so cool. And I read up a little bit about you're into yoga and meditation and things like that. And I know that mental health is a big issue for you. What would with the pandemic and everything, mental health has kind of taken a forefront. Thankfully so. People are talking about stuff they should have been talking about back in Ernest days and in 84 and the rest. And so can you speak to what that means to you?
Well, I started a foundation called Unique Mariel Hemingway Foundation. Anyway, but it's MH, which means mental health. So, and I started it because I believe that people need to know that, number one, that they're not alone. Number two, I think because we've gone through the pandemic and there's such a sense of isolation, especially with kids. Kids are so messed up. They don't want to go to live events. I mean, they're so in their consciousness that it's just different. Yeah. And people need to know that it's okay to talk about. It's more prevalent than any other disease on the planet. And there's so many different versions of it. I mean, there's all kinds of, there's mild anxiety, depression that normal people feel. And we don't want to accept it. We want to be perfect. We want to be strong and deal with stuff. But we need to know that it's okay. Number one, to talk about it. Number two, that there are solutions, right? There's pharmaceutical solutions, but there's also lifestyle solutions. There's things that you can do. And like you were saying, I'm into yoga. I'm into how you eat. I'm into watching sunrises and sunsets. So there's a lot of things you can do in your life that actually create peace and a sense of well-being and get rid of that anxiety and depression.
Yeah, well, thank you for sharing that. And like, if you want to talk about Superman's quest for peace, I think what you just said is taking care of your mental health and appreciating life. So,
100%.
Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much, and have a good rest of the con.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you very much. This is Michigan Geek Easy with Mariel Hemingway.